So guys, we finally got in touch with one of the people who lost their relatives. I wouldn't want to speak for him. It's a very, very sad one. I don't know even how he's going to manage to talk, but let's give him the audience.
Ze bakuita James, War James. Ze muntu ya tororo naye ze bali kupangisa wano lusanja. Naye lunako ya mkaga. Sawa imuchitundu. Bado ze kudama maso. Naye tukulaba ibinda jawali kukasasiro. Sipidi nyona manyi. Ze nikitano kwa kuduka mangu. Waka wali wansi na kufuna lisonsi katono ni klenya wana nakaita wali nakwa wali naye abato ya wange bafwa brother yange mulamu yange abana ya ndugu abana yamukwano ya muyangafwa na zeliwano sina kintu ya kukola sina ngoye sina kitu ya kolea nyuma yona yange embitu yona bakiriza mutweye
Inge namba maji, inge namba maji mwisho kwa nkeno.
Piroga kuna ngwe.
He's saying today only they have removed 4 bodies. Only today, and the number of dead bodies so far he's not so sure, but he has seen today 4, yesterday 24. Only yesterday 24. That means the number is more than 28.
Okay. Arriva je.
Yeah, for him he's not so sure, but he has seen 28 bodies. So it's a very, very sad one.
And he hasn't seen his own people.
40.
He
says what?
This is a very sad one. He has not seen any of his people.
Not the kids, not the...
And he has not seen any of them. All of them, they're still there. And that is why he was nearby there so that he could identify them. He has not seen any of his relatives. According to him, he lost 4 people. His brother, his mulamu is what in English?
In-law.
His in-law and the children of his brother. 2. So those are 4 people, 4 close relatives. He has not seen any. According to him, he was having this very shirt. This very
clothes.
This very clothes. He was just washing his face in the morning. It was on Saturday at around 7:30. He was just washing his face, and then he saw a pile of rubbish. It was coming. Then he had to run. When he took off, where he reached, the other guys were still sleeping inside, and that was how they ended. Even him, I don't know how he managed to get out of the house to wash his face. If he was inside, he would also be history by now. And he has not seen any of his relatives. That's why you see those graders are still trying to look for bodies, meaning there are still so many bodies there. So if you look around all these places where they have been grading, you will realize that there were houses there. So most of the people who died, actually they must have died out of suffocation. So when the rubbish pile poured on top of the house, there was no way for them to escape. They might have cried. I don't know how life might have been for them, but according to history plus the stories we have gathered from around here, those people died from inside the house. Like the rubbish poured and covered the whole house, and there was nowhere to come out, no way to escape. That's how they died. It's a very, very sad story. Very, very sad. I'm feeling for him. Imagine losing 4 family members.
Ngutani chalo ko ni go tera kita kanche.
Go for quoi?
Ngocho gama tieka.
Tipo jala mulumba.
Ulumba ji chalo. No mera dwara ko for ko kutime. To Kenya makama na Kenya bache bire Kenya wana kama Kenya. Kama ne jalo kunyo Kenya.
Kama jalo kunyo.
Ure dama ko mera minene me. Makete nango jone.
Mere.
Makung mangite makoma.
Mangite makoma mere.
Of course ana time ngi mutaro me kam mutaro mere luwangi.
Kano ngutie mutaro.
Kenya tie mutaro.
So ot me nwa ngutie kamoro ken.
Wana mabedo mulas me mutaro komi.
You'll first record there. So guys, he's just telling me that you see this very, I don't know whether you can you see this very grade here, that his house was just somewhere around there, and so he's expecting his relatives anytime from now because their house was somewhere there. So their house that his house, the rubbish has still what the penji korojen wangunitie ude you see the other part, they're like a depression the other side,
Yeah.
So that is where the rubbish that is where the rubbish came from, and all that area you see which has not been excavated, their houses in there.
It was just like here.
Yeah, it was just like here. Their houses in there, and his house was somewhere around there. So he's expecting his relatives any time from now. That's why he's so alert.
Galma recheno uduok ngech kodan munyo ko belua chien ma ko chien nyaka go miyo ko nyakwany ba kwer ma pesa muduok ko ting'ne biro ku yengwech kod baka na hotel neno munyo ko bot
Ido go nigi pesa di
milion piero jalo
ay
bo to munyo ko ngwecho kitoni ko kinyal we pesa neno gin ma ke chopino kacha apa go ting'ne di
apa ko to
apa
milion piero gaboro
to gino ro go Kenya to gino ko piny munyo gino choko ko piny umo go Kenya
gomero chonwango
ochono ngo choka dagin
to pesa
waya ire mati ka do ko pesa no
say that on that fateful day there were two with a friend. Now that friend had 28 million inside the house. For him, as he was running, he was telling him, let's run together. The guy said, no, I have my money inside. It's 28 million. As he was just entering, he had not even entered the house. That's how rubbish came and gave him one, fell down, and then that was it. That was his end. And I was asking him, what about the money he was going for? He was like, why are tags? Like tags which are here, that money cannot
survive.
Of course, cannot survive. They took it. That's a very terrible. But he's saying that very guy, they have already found him. They got him on Sunday. No, Nyoro bedo chachi. They got him on Sunday.
Munyi boreda mokwanya ko mwincho koto.
Sano tingo pesa chinge.
Beti bag per gi kaniro per mai ko mweto gine.
So nwango chokiri kwanyo pesa.
Ko iro mweto gine.
Manyoto ni pesa nwango ni tata paka baketo
ki
parana.
Ma. Inge paka yuka gorere cho nwango dana ma. Waya majo tingo kaniro no kitotero kama jutero majo kwanyo jame jo kwanyo. Mena na paka nyokado. Inge no kata tero kamane kwa sabi.
That
he had put the bag which was having the money on he had put it the very way I'm carrying this very bag. Plus his mattress. Kanindo is mattress. I don't know whether it's mattress. Kanindo, okay, something used for sleeping. Plus his mattress. So as he was coming out, rubbish beat him, and then when they were getting him on Sunday, he was having his thing like this, and then they used that same mattress to carry him out. So when they were taking him out, because according to him, like it is very as voluntary people around whom they used to carry the dead bodies and take them to a safer place. So it seems those very people are the ones who took the money. Those ones who were carrying the dead body.
That's what people say. As others are crying, some people are finding happiness. Sorry. May the souls of those people rest in eternal peace.
Story. So guys, that whole place you see, those are houses.
Which means the number that has been retrieved is less than the number that is still there.
It should quarter
Not even quarter.
cannot reach quarter.
Nene kwata magina.
Ni jimu chokwanyo.
Jipiero ga bora kene mo chokwanyo.
Jitot kanya sana.
The main up there.
Kiri ka woni pur ka chi.
Yeah, the main
Of
up
course,
they didn't
ne
do
kama
it.
tie malano ke pi. Te jimajo tie malano kene ke jonyo pinyga.
And it found them unaware because they were still
And they were
sleeping.
still
People, they were working early morning like a normal day. They come by 7, they're already up.
Eh,
There are those one who collect box, cavera,
Okay.
what.
So
When they're tipping,
they pick
their
those
work
and
is
they,
to do what?
to sort those things
Whether in the morning, by 6:30, they're already where?
at the
Up on
site.
top on the what?
Rubbish.
Rubbish.
collecting scrap.
So when these tractors are pushing, for them they do work of collecting cavera, scrap boxes, those scrap metal things, those small things.
Take them for sale.
eh,
Just like we saw people selling
all
back.
they entered in.
Remember, it just divided like this and then they fell into inside.
So when that thing divided like this, because it was early morning,
Yeah.
7:45.
So what could have caused the collapse?
For collapse, there is a hole. They wanted to make some road around there. For our garbage this side, the other side.
So meaning
Make it what?
it's them who disturbed the piece of the garbage and then it revenged.
Immediately they opened that road.
Land started breaking.
So when they opened, heavy rain came. Very big one. Then the following day, heavy.
Another rain.
Then the Saturday morning,
The soil was weak
It was weak.
weak.
and
Then it decided to fall down.
Yes.
So what you are trying to say is that they have not even got a quarter of the people.
People who died in the main on top,
Are more than people.
those ones that among only those 2 boys, the woman with the daughter, we removed them that very day morning. Then with this man for border, that one also they managed to remove. Then this guy who was rearing dogs, also they removed. That time, immediately.
They were already dead.
Yes. These 2 people, they survived. This one who reared dogs, survived. And this one for motorcycle, that one also survived.
How did they survive? It
And the
didn't.
people ran to remove them.
Oh, sharp.
But the lady, no one could see where as well.
Oh, they didn't know the exact position.
This thing
where
came and cover.
everything.
So you don't know. First of all, was carrying things. You see, like this thing here, that tree there.
yeah, it comes.
Up there. Can't fall down. You see up there. But we are surprised we got it there. Most of these trees, they were
They
up
came from
there.
up
So he carried it from there up to where?
to here. Meaning,
All.
if it finds you in the house, it divides you into
Yes.
2 parts.
So there is no any way you can tell me anyone can survive, because the way was pushing,
The effort that pushes the tree up to here.
like the way he pushed the other flat. He pushed the flat.
There was also flat.
There is a big flat there where the woman died.
So that flat had to collapse with the force of the rubbish.
It didn't collapse. He carried and pushed aside and break it halfway.
That was so sad.
Then he carried all that forest of cactus, pushed them, then he poured the other side.
I think the force came by, remember, trucks becoming, like also the other things,
Is
that
entering.
force, the soil was now tired,
Yes.
and the force was a lot. So when it got chance to relieve itself, now that these people had dug somewhere here, it pushed, like burst, and it burst.
Because by that time I was riding, but you could hear your hand is shaking.
Like an
Hey, you are also riding a motorcycle.
Riding, going the other side up. That's the time I had shaking. Then I had something. Boop.
The first one.
Yes. Then I heard the noise. Then I also branched like this. I saw people running. Now those one who were fighting to run, to go up, was just collecting them, taking them back where?
Yeah. Oh, there were some who were going up.
Those one who were working, they were trying to run, but could just bring them back inside. Even one who survived, I met that one yesterday. Anyway, he had a wound, what.
But he survived at least.
Yeah, the friend said, leave me. You go. For me, this thing has taken me. That's
Oh,
why he survived.
so he was trying to rescue the
He
friend.
wanted to go and rescue, but he failed.
The spirit had already left his
Yes.
body.
The guy could stop the guy.
I think there is.
That's the time that guy for tractor also turned inside.
The one who was
They-
pushing the rubbish,
Yes,
Also died.
inside died.
the tractor hasn't been
Then
retrieved
the tipper which is bringing those things
for
also.
home
they enter.
clean. Yeah.
All of them, they died.
Those one they enter when we are seeing them
They died.
inside. Those tippers are still
They
inside.
haven't been
Deep,
retrieved.
Tippers
They
are still in, they have not yet retrieved them.
deep.
I think the guy.
This thing is more than what I
some
thought.
drone footage,
Mm.
and they were showing that tipper. It was for home clean.
It was for
I
home
think they
clean.
showed two.
Yes.
They were for
They are
home
inside.
clean.
The 2 tippers buried deep inside.
Yes.
This is very serious. Meaning they are just inside the car.
Because that one, when he was going inside,
Mm.
others were the other side.
So it's like
The
this.
the guy wanted to come out. But he
To come
failed.
out of the
Jump.
tipper. He was fighting for his dear life.
So they turned inside. After turning, he covered.
So this thing is like this. It's three things.
Mm.
Like the soil had weakened,
Yes.
and in the middle of the soil, there was that. I think I will call it the soft part. This one. Then on top there was that rubbish which
And
does
you
not
see,
decompose.
These people, they were mixing this thing between the rubbish and the marrow. Between the rubbish and marrow. So they're pressing. They're pressing. Eh?
I think the maram was not compact. That's why
Yes.
it easily.
So for them, they wouldn't press rainy season.
They used to
So
do
they-
it during the dry season.
Yeah, but this time they were doing rainy season. Even to make that road to cross there to come the other side where they wanted to level,
Mm.
they did the rainy season.
It was a government program.
Yes.
So many those are I see two mistakes.
Mm.
The first mistake was to excavate and then try to level it.
And to make a road.
Yes, to make
middle.
to make a road to go and level it, and then the one was is to make a road, and then the other one was to try to compact it with maram and during the wet
So
season.
that one who was compacting, that one is the first one to enter. And he was making noise too much.
He was shouting. I mean, he was trying to he was fighting for his dear life.
Yes. So he buried the cows. There is a man with the farm there for cows, buried them all.
The dogs, did they survive because the owner
Dogs,
survived?
dogs, most of all things like a dog and pusscat,
Mm.
Those ones
they
survived.
didn't die even one. Even there is the one we pick on Sunday was still alive, pusscat and the young dog.
Yeah, they have their life.
Did
Their
not
life
die.
is
And
that's
that
the
one,
best.
that dog and pusscat, they digged like 20 feet down with the tractor and they go to them when they're still alive and they have come out. Then they pick them, then they take to the owner.
The owners had survived.
The owner is the lady who died, the one,
The
the owner of the flat,
Yeah.
but the dog was dead. The owner died with the house gun. Because they cried up to almost 11 on phone.
It's like they have found something. You see them, they have collected somewhere there.
Yeah, this guy said his relatives is around there. It's like they have, I'm seeing some people have gone. It's like they have got somebody. I'm seeing them bending also. Can you see? Are you seeing that? It's like they have got a body. I don't know whether my phone can. Let me try to zoom. Oh, it's like they have got somebody. We are not very sure.
Yeah, the guy has stopped. Maybe there is something. There is someone.
They are still digging. Actually, they have not stopped. Wait, this other one has stopped. That one. Two of them actually.
Is where men of Kenya.
Can you?
That is a very place.
Kenya no one.
Around there.
But I'm seeing them running. I see. Maybe they have got somebody.
Kenya no one.
It's like they have just got someone. Either somebody or something.
Naona kisaawe cha mfao.